Looking forward to getting to know our guest this evening. This driver hails out of North Branch, Minnesota. Drives the number 11 Junior Wissota Street Stock. We're going to be talking with Jeff Ekdahl tonight. Jeff, how are you doing, good sir?
Good, Mason. I appreciate you having me on the show.
Absolutely. We've been looking forward to having you for a while. My life got a little bit hectic, and of course, with the winter, it's hard to get in the race mode. But now that racing is pretty much here, it's nice to have a guy like you on.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, we all have that long winter, and everyone's getting in ready for racing.
Yeah, and I know you initially we weren't planning on doing this week because you were slated to go to Ogilvie and practice tonight, but unfortunately, the way Mother Nature has kind of played things out, you get a little bit of time to prepare the car, and we get a little time to get to know you tonight.
Yeah, I was gonna try to make it there tomorrow. Well, no, that'd be tonight, but decided with that canceling that we weren't gonna head over to Cedar Lake, gonna take our time and get things ready, and figured, well, I'd let you know I got some time, make it work.
Absolutely. Well, I see Jeremy Bloom's already checked in, and so anyone else that wants to check in, you can feel free to say hi. If you have a question for myself or Jeff, drop it in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you a shout out as we get to know Jeff and see what he's up to for 2026. And so, kind of get to know you a little bit outside the racing. First, Jeff, what keeps your life busy outside of the race car?
I play a lot of sports. I'm not just a race car. Well, these days I'm just a race car driver, I'd say. But growing up, I played a lot of basketball, football, softball, hockey. Just did a little bit of everything. I like to golf and the family. I got a lot of nieces and nephews that keep me busy. My own kids that are always keeping me going. And besides that, work. Trying to work, and racing's getting expensive, so we gotta focus on work.
You're probably like me and doing like whether it's extra hours or just trying to make every dollar you can, because once the summer rolls around, you want to take as much time as you can to get your car as competitive as possible, but also leave enough time to kind of relax a little bit too.
Yeah, that's true. I'm lucky I got a lot of help, so I can relax with me. Dykhoff helps me a lot, so he helps relax me and takes a lot of stress off me. But yeah, racing, it could take a toll on you at times. You just need to take a step back and take a break.
Yeah, and I know I got to know you quite a bit, especially over the last couple of years and last summer especially, and we already have a couple of comments in regards to this, and don't worry folks, I will get to that here. How many years have you been behind the wheel of the race car?
Oh, I think this is year 6.
Yep.
A lot of people don't know, back when I was a teenager, I drove a B-Mod for probably 15 races. It was just an old started car and lit on fire every race, and just something to get a little wet behind the ears, and then I couldn't be competitive in it, so I didn't want to race again until I knew I was in the stage where I can have good stuff and go out there and compete, because I'm a competitive person. If I ain't winning, I ain't happy.
Yeah, I can understand that. We all have a competitive bone that when we get to the racetrack, and some days it's frustrating when things don't go our way. But what is it about the street stock? Because you've been in the street stock the last several years that you like that class.
Oh, I love it. I mean, I guess just everyone in the class, honestly. I mean, Dykhoff, you got Riley, Vogel, even Tony Miller, my boy. I gotta give him a shout out. I talk to him almost every day now, but them guys them are my boys. Like, out of the car, I care about those guys, but in the car, we're all out there to beat each other. So you can't beat that camaraderie in our class.
Oh yeah, I totally agree, especially like on the street stock tour where you've been on there the last couple of years and been a great integral part of it. Tony Miller himself has already checked in saying hi, along with Kayla Koth checking in, Sydney Goltz also checking in, and of course Jeremy Bloom is checking in, so a lot of people checking you out. And so it's awesome to be a part of the street stock family for sure. Jeremy's asking, did you play any professional football or any higher up leagues by chance?
No, I just did it all. I played a little bit of everything, and I don't know, I love sports and I'm competitive, so if it has anything to do with being athletic, I want a part of it.
Gotcha. Now, a couple of the comments in here. I've got a question. So, if you're six approximately in racing, have you come up with a nickname, or has anyone given you a nickname up to this point in your racing career?
When I was a 16-year-old kid, my buddies used to call me the Wild Child, and then since I got older, I've heard one that I guess Nate Fisher said, calling me the crowd pleaser, but yeah, the wife didn't take to that one too much. She didn't like that name.
Well, because I was almost gonna put it in the initial post that I was gonna call you the Tornado Wrangler, because it seems like you have a good relationship with tornadoes. So
Yeah,
a
I'm
couple of the
gonna
comments,
live that down.
yeah, a couple of the comments are explain your love of tornadoes. So you kind of want to explain the whole story behind the tornado.
Yeah, we were in Watertown, and we were sitting there, and I won't ever forget. We were sitting in the back of, I think I want to say Andrew Hansen's car, and Josh Long comes over, and when his dad and they're talking about all the storm chaser trucks at the truck stop, and I'm like, wow, never heard of that. I'm from the cities. We don't things like that don't go on, and I won't forget. It was 5 minutes later. I just seen everyone start booking, and I came around the side of the trailer, and all I looked and I seen was that tornado, and I know you remember what I'm talking about. And the first thing that goes to your mind is everything's out, nothing's loaded up. Like that thing's coming for us, and Athletic Jeff kicked into gear, and I wanted to get out of there and know at least I'm behind the wheel to outrun it. I wasn't going to sit there and be in that track, I tell you that much.
Understandable, and yeah, I can relate to that because like I was walking from the stands, I was trying to look for the announcer, and I look over to the west, and yeah, see the same thing, and I'm like, is this a movie? Am I actually seeing what I'm seeing? And all of a sudden, all heck broke loose, and everyone's scattered.
I mean, trust me, when we got out of the pit area and we got on the road, I stopped and watched it because then I knew I was good. But in that moment, I ain't got time to play around. It's time to go.
Yeah, that's something, especially with with how expensive all the stuff is, and like you said, nothing loaded up. Yeah, you want to try to get as much of that secured as possible.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we double checked everything after we got down the road, and then that ride home it was crazy. Windy, and we made her.
Yeah, and I was staying back and kind of helping a few people load up, including Sam Fankhauser, who's checking in. He was actually saying he's never seen someone move so fast when the twister came. So you got that title.
You practicing over at Cedar Lake tonight?
He might be done practicing by now, but Sam had to tune in.
Oh, yeah. Gotta love old Sammy.
We also have Angela checking in with a very interesting emoji. I think that was in reference to the crowd pleaser nickname.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever.
We
all
also
in
have
good fun, right?
what's that?
That it's all in good fun.
Oh yeah, you gotta have fun in racing.
Right, right. So keep it going back.
Mm-hmm. Tommy Donahue is checking in. He's asking, ask Jeff what he has sitting next to his street stock in the shop.
Oh. Yeah, we're gonna scatter in the Midwest Mod division this year, so I got a Midwest Mod now too, and we're gonna pull that out a few times this year and see how I can do.
Okay. Are you planning to do any double duty, or the nights that you bring up the Midwest Mod, gonna try to focus on that?
Well, my heart's in the street stock division. I mean, I love my streeter. That's my baby. So that's my focus. But like Ogilvy around home, I would like to bring the other car and do double duty. But at home, I do all the work pretty much myself. So trying to get two cars done every week is tough with no help. I have plenty of help at the track. It's all about back at home. So if I can get, I don't know, I'm going to go with it, see how I like it. If it's too much, and we'll have to back her down. If we can keep going, we'll keep going.
Gotcha. Yeah, and from the people I talk to that run multiple cars, even that have multiple cars in their stables, maybe they only bring one to the track, but they have multiple, they said it's a lot of work just to maintain one, let alone two, so I can understand that.
Yeah, I'm learning quick. I mean, I got an old man who just pushes me and wants to go, go, go. And sometimes it's like, God, Dad, you just don't understand the work is taking at home. But without him pushing me, I wouldn't be where I am. So it's all good.
When you have a really good group of people behind you, and like you said, the street stock class is second to none as far as camaraderie and help. I think specifically of last year during the tour at I-94, where you actually took a tumble in the heat race, and you still made it out for the B main and waxed the field. Kind of talk to us about how that night kind of played out.
That was one of those moments where it was my car, but I stood back for a second just to take it all in. Like, dang, all these guys are here to help me. And that's when I mean, I'm all about being loyal, and when someone does that for me, it doesn't go unnoticed. Every person that was there, I noticed them, and I don't forget. So, any way I'll ever be able to repay any one of them, I will. But yeah, that night was crazy. I came in, and after rolling it, I really didn't know what to do. And I think it was Riley and Vogel came over, and they go, and Dykoff, and they're, what do you want to do? You want to throw it back together? And I was like, you think we can? And right before you know it, people were going that way, and I'm like, wow. And we got her back together, and I was a little fired up after that and ready to get back in the car. And then we started in the back of the B, and we won it. And then can't remember where we started in the A, but I think we got fifth.
Yep, something like that.
Yeah, yeah. When I get fired up, I get up on the wheel a little more. I think I should do that a little more often.
Maybe not with quite the theatrics of rolling the car over in the heat race, but yes,
Right.
I do agree.
Yeah, I just don't like to get mad anymore.
Yeah, I can understand because
Yeah,
like you want to enjoy the sport, you want to have fun, but you don't want to get let the
right,
emotions get the best of you. And I mean, we're all competitive
exactly.
people, like we said at the beginning, and sometimes it just takes a little bit of motivation, and in that case, works out.
Right, right. Yeah, it works out. And we had a tough year last year. The car, I mean, wasn't for me. Just things didn't work out. But we changed some things this year, and I'm hoping we can be a little better.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know you're looking forward to testing tune now next week in Ogilvy. Sam
So,
mentioned he's just racing tomorrow, so no testing for him tonight. He's
okay.
got his car stuff dialed in apparently.
You don't need no practice.
Right, exactly. Let's see, we got Kaylee Breidenbach checking in. She says street stocks have to be the funnest class to watch. I don't know why anyone would come to Midwest Mods. We cause the most cautions.
Yeah, I don't know. I just get myself so deep into things sometimes, and I'm always about challenging myself. Like, it's never enough. I'm a person who's, I don't know, not easily satisfied. I want more. But it's definitely getting to the point where it's like, all right, I gotta settle down now, because a lot on the plate, and I think we'll be fine. I mean, I want to race and be competitive. That if I'm not competitive in one because I'm not focused hard enough, then we'll let the other one sit there so I can focus on that one.
Jeremy's asking specifically when you come over to, say, Red Cedar Speedway, because I'm sure Midwest Mods will be racing the same night. When like the tour comes around, are you going to be focused just on the street, or are you going to bring the Midwest Mod as well?
We'll be focused on the streeter.
That's kind of what I figured, because street stock
Yeah,
tour races are just insane.
right. You gotta be on your game. There's no, yeah. I mean, the draw matters. I mean, everything matters when you're at the tour. From the
Yeah.
moment you walk through that gate, if you draw a bad pill and you got three, four guys that are big hitters in front of you, you got your work cut out for you. It's not like a normal night where you can, just make things happen a little easier.
Yeah, that's another reason why I love the tour, because sometimes you get like a heat race that could be a full on feature at a lot of the tracks, and it's like, all
100%.
right, someone might end up in a B main here if they're not careful.
Yeah, you ain't lying. I mean, I remember a few years ago when I was getting better. I'd look at the lineup and I'd be like, God, and I'd get down. My brother used to say, don't look at the lineup. Don't. One day they're going to be worried about you being in the lineup, And I think we've hit that point to where I got people's respect, but I still want to put together a good year. A good year, what I mean by a good year is more than 10 wins.
Yeah. And I think you're going to be on that road because you're very competitive and you got several tracks that are in your neck of the woods that you're very good at. I know you mentioned Ogilvy is one of your home tracks. Where else would you consider kind of your home area of tracks that you like to visit?
Well, I love Fergus, but just such a haul up there on a Friday night and then trying to get back to Ogilvy for Saturday. But yeah, Ogilvy and I mean I like Rice Lake too. I do like the racing there. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, Ogilvy and Fergus are my go-tos. I mean, if you would ever ask me what track I want to win at more than anywhere, I'd tell you Alexandria.
Okay.
So that's where I want to get a win most.
Gotcha. Yeah, I love Alexandria. That's always been like the first weekend of the tour the last several years, and I know it's going to be a really special weekend there with the Colin Nelson Memorial on that Sunday. So that's going to be a really, really big show. That'd be a really great one to win.
Yeah, definitely. Colin's a great guy, so sad to lose him at such a young age.
Yeah, absolutely. Cindy Goltz with a comment. She's saying another moment of Jeff on his fast feet was one night when her and Nick Szymanski had trouble dropped the trailer door at I-94. Never seen someone run over to help us so fast, getting between the wall of the trailer and the car like Jeff did that night. So thankful for him that night.
Yeah, that's just who I am. I mean, I'm all in or all out. So that's the type of person I am, and Nick's a good guy, and she's always been great to me. So if I see her in trouble, well, I'd be wrong if I didn't run over there to help in quickness.
Yeah, I noticed that you're one of the first people to help people out if they're in a pinch. Tony's begging that you better let him win one, though, if you're going to be in the giving mood.
I'm not giving nothing to Tony. Tony's going to have to work for everything he wants. We got to get a little more positivity out of that guy.
Yeah, we got to get the motivation turned around. I mean, Tony's a fun guy, but yeah, we got to get his motivation up. Does he have a new car? I feel like he has like a new car or new something going on.
Well, he has his car from last year, but he's putting his boy into a Pierce stock.
Okay.
So yeah, Buddy will be in a Pierce stock, so he's got a stacker and going to be all big time on us this year.
Well, hey, that's some motivation because now if his kid starts doing well and starts winning, then Tony's going to have to pick it up to try to keep up with him.
Yeah, I think Buddy plans on taking over that street stock pretty quick if he don't get it together.
Oh, okay, yeah, I could see.
Yeah. Off that bottom,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, start riding that wall, especially out of Fergus.
Sometimes, I mean, honestly, that's the difference between winning and losing is if you're willing to hang it out there. And that's pretty much what I've learned from Justin over the years is you got to be willing to go up there and find out. And if you do, sometimes it'll reward you.
Yeah, you don't know unless you try. You can't really get anywhere if you decide to follow the leader.
Right. I can't stand that. I'd rather get last than follow someone in second. I gotta try to get around them.
I like that mentality a lot.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of following the leader, now Jeremy asked how many times are you get past Sam Fankhauser this year. I'm curious on whether it's whatever 11 cars out there. It seems like the 11 number is like the number to have, especially in the street stocks. So, which 11 are you kind of gunning for this year?
Well, I don't know. They're all fast. I mean, you got Lil Levi, Lil Rocket Ship. You got Kyle, who's Kyle, we all know. And you got Sammy, who's fast. I mean, I don't know. I'm gunning for them all. I want to beat them all. We can be buddies in the pit area, but I want to beat you guys on the track.
Yeah, it seems like it's so funny when when we do like the redraw for the tour, and it's like, oh gosh, we got 4 11s in the redraw. This is not confusing at all.
Yeah, it definitely happened a few times.
Yeah, I think Princeton was one of them. I'm just like, oh my goodness, of course.
Yeah, it's a common number in that class for sure.
Yup. Brendan Scott checking in saying, see you at Viking, and he's asking if you're going to try for the national championship this year.
I don't got the time to run for a national championship or the help, but yeah, it's a good dream. I would never be able to do something like that. I can't run 80 shows. I mean, I run 30 to 40 a year if I'm lucky. But do you think if I ran for one, do I think I would have a chance? Yeah. But you got to be dedicated. I mean, look at Colton and Braden and Trey Hess and all them guys who run for that. They're putting in a lot of shows.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, but I ain't got that in me. I love racing, but that would take the fun out of it for me.
Well, that's true. You got to have a balance. You want to race enough where it's like you're motivated to get to the next weekend, and instead of like being feeling drained come mid June, early July, and it's just like, gosh, we got another 2.5 months of this.
Yeah, yeah, I couldn't imagine. I'd be wore out 1/3 through the year.
Well, and kind of curious question for you. So, besides maybe like the tour races, what's one race that you look forward to every single year? One of your favorites that you like to attend or even race at?
Well, I like going to Alec for the first week of the tour. That's one I like that. I mean, the Dream is always going to be one of my favorites. But the 100 is, I mean, it's hard to beat the 100. The week there with everyone and just, especially if you can make it in on Wednesday or Thursday and you can take it easy Friday. Oh, there's nothing like it.
Yeah, yeah, it's nice when you get to relax for a day or two. And like one of the guys I think of as like is Dykhoff. I know he was probably trying to get in on the first night, and here he is
Oh
racing
yeah,
Thursday and Friday. And I'm just like, I'm sure that wasn't his plan, but hey, he ended up getting on Friday night on the pole.
yeah, yeah. He's Dykhoff something else. I love that guy. He's just so calm demeanor outside of the car, but when he straps that helmet on, it's just like another person comes alive in him, and he's ready to go.
You're so true because Kyle is so quiet when you talk to him in the pits, but yeah, behind the wheel, completely different guy.
Yeah, he don't give a shit who you are either. I mean, me and him are as close as it gets. He's close with Riley Vogel, but you got to be willing to rub with them because they're all going, and that's how they drive.
Hmm. Now, since you basically went on the full extent of the tour last year, you got to some tracks that you had probably never raced at before. What's one track that kind of stuck out that you didn't really have a feel for before last year?
Hoofda, that's a good question because we went to a few of them out there. I don't really know, honestly. I was excited to run Montevideo and Madison, but that all rained out that weekend. But where were we when I would say I was passing coming out of for fourth in the B main because I had a bad heat, and then
Oh,
you guys
Jamestown.
okay, yeah, that track one I got fired up going out there in the feature. It was like I enjoyed that track. Like I just had you have to get up on the wheel out there, and I noticed that about them little bull rings out there. You got to be willing to throw it in there, and you got to be up on the wheel there. You don't get 3 seconds off down the straightaway. It's like a snap of a finger, and you're making another move.
Yeah, it's way different when you compare it to some place like some of your favorite tracks like Alexandria. You could probably have a full on sandwich to eat down the straightaway compared to a place like Princeton or Jamestown.
Yeah, yeah, it's a lot different. Old Big Viking, but I grew up there. That's the track I grew up at, so I love that place. But we don't get to run there a lot. But when we do, I want to win.
Gotcha, makes sense. Now I'm curious. So you probably notice above Jeff's head is kind of like a sneak peek of your race car. Is it all fully wrapped and looks like you're changing up the colors just a little bit?
Yeah, it is fully wrapped. I've been meaning to get them outside. That's another thing with two cars, getting them outside if they ain't started up yet, just ain't gonna work with one guy. So I'm kind of slacking on getting the pictures. I'll have some by this weekend. But yeah, we went with a few different colors this year. I mean, same kind of scheme. Well, same color combination, different scheme, I would say.
Gotcha.
So this is a good looking cars. I gotta say, Jacob Kane, he killed it.
I say, just the sneak peek gets me excited. I mean, I like what I always like white backgrounds on cars better than black, and so I'm like, oh, this is gonna look pretty sharp. I think.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, to me, I'll just say one. It's my favorite car so far.
Sweet.
And a few other people have said that. And it turned out nice, and just having them both sit next to each other, they look good together. But I want to get them out in the sun before I reveal them.
Makes sense. Yep, I understand that. While we got a second before I let you go, I want to give you an opportunity to thank the people that have helped you as far as pit crew and sponsors.
First off, I gotta say my dad for everything he does. Without him, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. Um, as my wife, my kids for supporting me through the years. All my brothers, my sisters, all them nieces and nephews, they're always at the racetrack in Ogilvy, always supporting me, taking time out of their life to come watch me do what I love. So I appreciate that. And then Derek and Bill Sitz always being top notch, helping me get things ready on the race car when they can and doing what they do at the racetrack so I can focus on the track. And then sponsors, we got Estate Claim Services, my boy Jake out. They've been with me since the beginning. Barber Mug, Overton Custom Designs, Sundown Campgrounds, Pinkies, Sewers, um, Bob's Handyman Services, my dad Mike's Handyman Services. Like I say, without my dad, ain't none of it possible. JDL Welding. Trying to think, Brad's Truck Accessories. I think that's pretty much them. And honestly, all you race fans that support me, you guys motivate me to keep going and keep trying to strive to be my best.
Yeah, and I would definitely recommend if you're at any of the tracks that Jeff visits, go down in the pits, talk to him. He's one of the most fun guys, and I mean, all the drivers can like being a race car driver sometimes can seem a little intimidating, but you could talk to any one of these guys. They're willing to let you see the car, have your kids hop in it. It's great.
Yeah, whatever you like. Interacting with the fans is important.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite parts about just seeing the interaction with kids and fans in the pits. It's so great to see.
Yeah, I mean, them are the best kids' night when you see all them kids walking around and they're all got their candy and flags and they're all happy. I mean, that's what we live for, right? It's not about
Yep.
us no more, it's about the kids.
Well, we got a couple more comments coming in here. We got one from Andrew Bangson from the Alexandria area. He's saying he grew up with Jeff in the stands at Viking Speedway watching his dad. They always showed up right on time for the Superstocks heats or later. Great memories.
Oh yeah, them were the good old days. My old man was a wheel man back in the day. He was fun to watch. He was little more of a door slammer than I am.
You got to have some of those racers and characters that aren't afraid to rub elbows. I mean, it makes it for
Yeah.
entertaining watch.
My old man wasn't scared. He lives with that "hey, I don't give a shit" mentality, and I'm more like I don't want to get to that point because I'm scared what happens when I do. So I'll just control myself.
Yeah, there's a little uncertainty when you start getting a little more physical in the car, and it's just like, well, what's their reaction going to be? How are they going to dish it back?
Yeah, I mean, do you really want to push it to that point? You really want to go blow for blow over a race? Or do you want to talk? I mean, to me, it's all about how you approach a situation. I mean, if you want to we talk about it, but I mean, you come hooter and hollering, and I don't go to other people's pit area hooter and hollering. 'Cause I just don't think that's the way to do it. We're all grown men. We all got to go to work that week. We're just there to do our hobby and go home. Argue, get it out, and move on with your life.
Yep, exactly.
Unless you totaled my car or, you did some, I mean, it's a little different then, but I just try to have a level head about it all. Because if you go out there hot-tempered, there's a few guys I know, I swear every other time they get out of the car, they're mad.
Hmm.
Like, it's crazy, so.
Yeah, yeah. You bring up a good point there.
Yeah.
All right, so we got 2 questions coming in. We'll finish with these. And also, Brina, hi. Brina's saying the cat is sleeping in the 8-foot cat tree, so she's not making an appearance this time. Sorry.
Yeah, I had to lock my cat up to make sure he couldn't make his appearance.
All right, Jeremy's asking, what is your favorite track food and at what track?
Cedar Lake cheeseburgers. I mean, hands down the best cheeseburger ever.
Well, that's a different food than I would have expected if you said Cedar Lake, but their whole concession menu is amazing.
Yeah. We love to, I mean, if most people know, we like to barbecue at our own pit area. That's kind of our thing.
Okay. I probably didn't know that.
Yeah, if you ever smell the grill, there's a good chance it's my old man firing it up and maybe throwing some burgers or ribeyes on there or something.
Good to know. I'll be sure to swing by the next time I see you guys cooking.
Come on over.
And then last question, this is a great one from Anthony Jensen. He's looking at getting into a streeter in 2027 as he raced the Hornets last year, won the national championship. So congrats, Anthony, on that. What's the biggest piece of advice you have for going into the street stock?
Be patient, take it serious, learn the car. And as you learn the car, you'll get more comfortable to drive it harder. I mean, you don't want to go out there and try to be Hollywood right away and total your race car, and then you don't have nothing to learn with. So my biggest advice is take your time. Enjoy that you have the blessing to be out there to race, which most people don't get to do, and realize that you're able to do that and take care of your equipment and let the race car and the track come to you. You'll get faster every time you go out there. But I feel like if you're pushing the pace a little bit too much, that's when you wreck things.
It's great advice. Great advice. And I mean, I'm not a driver myself. I would just give the advice of don't get discouraged right away. I mean, there's always going to be growing pains, it seems like.
Oh, for sure. Like, he's gonna be like me, like I was when I first came in. You look at the lineup, and you're like, oh, Levi Rance, outside pole, Sam Fakehauser, and don't let that discourage you because they're beatable every night, just like everyone else.
Hmm. Great advice. And, we got Haley checking in saying we always eat good when Jeff shows up. Can't wait to watch you kick butt this year.
That's my baby cousin. I love her to death.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Jeff, for taking some time out of your schedule to get to know you and chat with you. And thank you to all you fans and watchers tuning in. Had some great questions and comments tonight. And looking forward to making this a regular thing every Wednesday. And I may see you, well, we'll see what the weather does next week, Jeff. But I'm sure it won't be long before I see you at the track.
Oh, yeah, I'll see you before you know it. And like I say, thanks for having me on the show again. And thanks, everyone, for joining in.
You got it. Thanks again, everyone. Hope you're having a good off season. We'll see you at the track very, very soon.